government is very boastful and very proud that they have prevented or extinguished 400 million births in China between 1980 and 2018. China, as well as world, would be much more prosperous societies if that hadn't happened. But it was a spectacular shot in the foot, as you would expect from a communist regime, because what they are left with now is a very unstable population pyramid, whereby the population is getting old, and there are not enough workers to support the economy of the size that they currently have. So they are going to.
Yeah, they also have a plethora of men, which they're going to pay for too. That's a recipe for social instability.
In like 2016, maybe it was 2008, the sex ratio peaked at 120 Chinese men per 100 women, which means that 20% of men in China could not hope to find a Chinese wife. And there is very good evidence suggesting that men who do not have a partner are much more likely to engage in criminal activities.
Yes, there's very good evidence for that.
Now, the key with China is to remember that China and India, China has done spectacularly well over the last 40 years. And so has India. It's very important to remember that those two countries were actually the most populous countries at the time when they were super poor. In other words, if you look at China in 1960 or India in 1960, they already had mass populations, but they were super poor. So what happens? Superabundance is not simply an outcome of adding more people to the world, although that's important. It's people times freedom will give you very high rates of economic growth. Now, I'm not suggesting for a second that China is a free society, but what I am saying,
well, it's comparatively free compared to what it was.
It is much freer than what it was when Mao killed 45 million of his fellow citizens.